This conference will now be recorded.
So Jira is an atlassian board. He is the one who developed it, and let me show you the definition of the Jira. What it's saying. If you see here, uh, the Atlas itself is saying that Jira is an issue and project tracking tool. Still loading. So if you see here, if it's saying Jira, it's an issue and project tracking. So project in the sense. In Jira, we have we have two types of projects mainly, but mostly in the industry, 90% only one type of the project they will create. In that project, they'll create the issues or tickets, anything. They'll call it anything. So this is the mostly Jira. So this is how it looks like, and this is how we have to plan our work and how to track our work. And if there are any software releases we can plan it and a report after that reports in the sense at the end of the day, what's the productivity of our team, did we achieve the goal in this time. Suppose if they want to develop a small feature to an already existing product, so they have given a 3 months of time. In that 3 months, if they have achieved it correctly or not, so they can check that through reports. So it will use the productivity of their team, whether they did they have achieved 90% or 100%. If there is a less productivity, they will try to improvise their team. They will try to improve the size of the team, or the most experienced guys in the team. They will choose it, and we will have a workflows in the Jira. Workflows in the sense, workflow is nothing but a life cycle of an issue. Okay, so this is Jira mainly. I think it was started. Yeah, this is how it looks like when we log in. This is the before login. This is the home page. Let me log into it. So mostly you got one idea, right? There is nothing but to track the work what we are doing, to plan the work and to track it. Planning in the sense, before starting the work, everyone will create, if they are using Jira, before starting their work, they create an issues in the Jira. So these are all issues, how it looks like. So they will create an issues in the Jira, and after every work has been created in the Jira, then they will start doing work. So suppose let me create one issue and show. To create issues, so this is how they will create the issue, and there will be some issue types. And once we are into the class, we will come to know. So there will be so many of types. I told you, red bug, and there will be stories and epics and tasks. There will be so many issue types. Issue type is nothing but it will differentiate the work what we are doing. That's it. So how they will create issues, like suppose they want to create a Flipkart homepage. In that homepage, let me open it. Flipkart.com. Flipkart.com. See, this is the Flipkart GUI looks like. So now, now, so Flipkart is not released yet. So no one was using Flipkart, let's say. Now they want to design a GUI like this. Now, how the team will design a GUI? So they will say like first mm, create logo. They'll create like this issue, and let me create another issue. After creating the logos, we want to have a one search bar where users can search for products. Place search bar in the top of the screen for product searching. So once issue created, it will show like this. Issue has been created. Let me open this. So this is how issue looks like. So I have created this one with an heading. Place search bar. Sorry, search bar. Search bar in the top of the screen for product searching. And if there are any extra details for this work, they will add it here. Like see, length. Length should be some length in the sense this one, the search bar length. Let's say it's something I don't know how exactly how. Let's say some 3 centimeters, and the width, the width should be some like 2.5 mm. And what extra is needed? So this is a GUI, not a backend. I'm saying we're creating a front-end GUI. So they will give you details like this. So once they open the issue, they will see, okay, I have to create a one search bar. Okay, what is the purpose of what and what are the details? So length and width should be this like this. If there any extra needed, they will add it. They will add, and user come to know. Okay, and they will start the work. Start in the sense status. The status will show what the work they are doing. Means at what position they are. Suppose it is to do. To do in the sense it's not started yet. So they have to start it. So if we click on in progress, see the status has been changed to in progress. Now they will come to know that this work is already started. It's in ongoing. So once the user comes and sees here and says, okay, I have to do this work, I have started this work. Now he will open uh, his ID. ID in the sense to write his code. It will take some time, I think. Okay. Let me say notepad is his ID. Notepad or WordPad. Okay. Jira is already running, right? The service. That's why it's taking so much time. Jira will take in the back end transform the Tomcat. So it's in the Apache. Apache server is with most of the memory. Okay. IntelliJ is opening. Okay. So they will simply track it. They comes here, they will see, and they will again go to their yeah, WordPad is open already. So they suppose let's say this is IDA. They'll comes here and they will write their code. Suppose this is front end, right? So let's say HTML code. They will write their HTML, and here there are some H1 headings, H2. If they need any links, they will add a links. If they need any attachments, they will add. So these are all code. They will write their codes here. He will do his code, yeah, in that day, and he will update the status here at the end of the day. At the end of the day, he has to log off. So he'll come to the Jira again, and he will update the status here as the comment like I have done up to this part, and he updated his details here to which part he has done. So he will give it to which part he's done, and he will post the comment on the issue, and he will log off for the day. And tomorrow he comes again, and he will open the issue again, and he will see that what work he has done yesterday, and from where he stopped. From that point he will start it again, and also not for his purpose. And this this engineer really have some team lead and some project managers, right? So the team lead will have up to 10 to 15 members, and project manager will have the 2 to 3 teams. So he can't manage everyone. So he want to track everyone's work in a single window. So Jira is very helpful for them. So he simply sits in chair and he opens the Jira, and he opens this issue, and he will see what's the status of this work. He will say, okay, the work has been started. What's the part of it? Okay, up to here he started. So there is some 25% need to be done. Yeah, okay, good. And he will go for another. He'll go for another his teammates issue, and he will check. So he can track that their co-workers issue or their subordinates issue from his chair in a single window, and he will see everything what they are doing. So this is the most purpose of the Jira, to issue tracking. That's it, nothing more than that. But this is a very powerful tool. Everyone, mostly in the industry, almost I think 80 to 90% of people or everyone is using Jira. Mm, Okay, now I will give what in this training, what I will explain, what we will give the training I will give. So mostly we will work on this part, issues and applications and system. On these three parts we will do mostly training, and these are our common managers, okay, and user management. We will work on mostly all these sections. We will explain. And as a Jira administrator, every administrator, he will work first when he goes to the office. When he logs on, he will start working on this page only. Daily he will start working on this page. That is every Jira will do this thing. So we will explain each and every topic in this page. So see. Let me start with issues. Issue types. I told you, right? Issue types are nothing but to differentiate the work what we are doing. So there are so many. We can create so many issue types. What is the bug, epic, and features improvement story? These are this will differentiate the type of the work based on their project, based on their understanding. Okay, so these are all default. While installing the Jira, Jira has given these defaults. They have given some description for the issue type too. So it's given a problem which impairs or prevents the functions of these products. That is called a bug. And epic. Epic is a type for a big user story that needs to be broken down. And these all are I will explain once we started the training. So these are the issue types, and we'll see how to create the issue types here, new issue types, and how to work on these issue types, and how to assign these issue types to the projects. I told you, right? In Jira, we'll have a project. In the projects, we'll create the issues. So in that project, how to link this issue type, I will explain. We'll see. And in the issues types, you will have issue type schemes. Schemes in the sense, schemes are always links to the project. If you want to add a issue type to the project, you have to add these to the schemes and schemes to be linked with the projects. Subtopic. This is also one type of issue type. And next we will see workflows. Workflows, I told you. Workflow is nothing but a life cycle of an issue. So let me sorry, not this one. Let me show this. I have changed the status here, right? Before it was here to do. Now when I click the in progress, it is being changed to the in progress. This is the workflow, we'll call it. So it will define the life cycle of an issue. Means uh, the the issue is where it's been, in which position it was. Is whether it's not started it or started or yet to start. Once it's started, it's in progress or not. Once it's done, it's completed or not. So yeah, everything. So that's why we call it life cycle. And in the workflow, we will define that life cycle. Means how it looks like. Means currently these are the test issues. That's why you only have three statuses. In the real time, you won't have only three. You'll have more statuses. So we will explain how to these statuses to workflows that we will define. And if you see here, these are the statuses. See, to do we have seen there, done we have seen, in progress we have seen there, right? So these are the statuses. So how to add a new status? Once we added the new status, how to link with the workflows? These statuses how to link with these workflows, and these workflows how to link with the Jira projects. So this can be linked with the Jira projects through schemes. So always remember, uh, schemes are always linked to the project level only. So that's the one. Next we'll have screens. Screens in the sense, suppose you're seeing this, right? The issue. This is one screen. I have created one issue in the starting. So while creating, it's saying create issue. While creating the issue, I got one screen. So these are the screens. This is the create screen, and once issue created, now you are viewing the issue. This is a view screen. If you want to edit some details, there is a edit option. Click on the edit. See, here in the heading, I want to remove this. I don't want this part. I have removed it. Click on update. Then see, here it's what updated. So you have edited this issue. Now it becomes an edit screen. So how to add these screens to Jira projects? That we will explain in the screens and the screen schemes. Schemes in screen schemes in the sense, see, while I create an issue, it's asking for the which issue type. So we can select for which issue type you want. So screen schemes are nothing but if you want to link this one to a separate issue type, every issue type should have separate screen. Suppose this issue type is task, it has these details. This we will call these as fields, custom fields. Everything is in custom field. So for the task issue type, I want not all these custom fields, only limited. Suppose let's say summary, reporter, component, description. That's it. I don't want all these extra custom fields. So from where we can achieve that means here in the screens we will achieve it, and we will link that screen to the specific issue type what the user requested. And issue type schemes are always, this one is the last scheme in the screens. So this was always linked with the project. And next field, I have shown you, right? These are the custom fields. So in Jira, what custom fields we have, everything we will see here. So these are the custom fields. What the see, summary, reporter, component, description, fixed versions. You won't see these all here because here what the user created custom fields only you can see it here. But while installing the Jira, Jira will give default custom fields. Those we will call it as a system fields. You can't see the system fields in the custom fields page. So that's why you're unable to see these fields there. Okay. So I will explain how to check on those system fields later. But to create a new custom fields, you can come and you can create it here. And how to organize it. Organize in the sense on which screen this custom field should present. That we will see under field configurations. Field configuration it defines how the custom field should see. Let me open this field configuration and show you. This is how it looks like. This is one of the custom fields and how it looks like. Whether it's a required one, whether it's they don't want to see these custom fields, we can hide it here. And what in which screen this custom field presents, that we can define here, that we can see here. And later field configuration schemes are you will change all the changes what you need in the field configurations, and you will add that to the scheme, and you will add this scheme to the Jira project. And priorities in the sense every issue has some priority. Let's see here, by creating the issues asking for priority medium, we have so many of priorities that we can create what we needed. So it's a low, lowest, high, highest. These are the priorities currently in the Jira it has. So if it's the highest priority, with the highest we can check it and we can create it. Let's say some summary. Okay, let's do some meaningful summary like create login buttons. Just let me create it. If you open the issue, see priority here, it's highest. Priority highest means you should work on this issue immediately. That's the meaning. So you have to work immediately and you have to complete this work as soon as possible, as soon as early. So that's the meaning of priority. So in these priorities that we will define what priorities we need. If you want some extra priorities, you can add it here. And we will see how to add a new priorities and how to link these priorities to the projects. That we will define in the priority schemes. So schemes are always linked with the projects. And next, issue tracking. Sorry, time tracking. Time tracking means suppose so how the industry works, right? So in the suppose let's say some one Wipro company is there. In Wipro, there will be so many projects. So many projects it will handle some ICICI, HDFC Bank here, and suppose some SBI Bank, the Axis Bank. So many products the Wipro has. Let's say if the Wipro is handling all these banks, let's say these are all the different projects. HDFC is one project, Wipro, sorry, ICICI is one project, SBI is one project. So every project has some specific timings, working timings. Let's say some projects will say 8 hours per day working hours. Some projects will say 7 hours only, 6 hours only, because most of our projects from the clients based on the client timings only. Client timings in the sense most of our projects, our clients are from other countries, not from the India. So in the other countries, their pay will be hourly pay. In India only we will pay as monthly pay, right? So other countries depends on the hourly pay. So every hour is needed for them. That's why they will define how many working hours per day. So they will define it here. Once it says that we call it as time tracking. Once it's on, then see let's say Let me open that old issue only. Suppose user is working on this issue, right? So this whole day he worked on it. He updated this part, and tomorrow he will come and he will start again doing this if it's not completed. So okay, tomorrow he will come. But today, how many hours he spent on this work? Suppose let's say oh, almost whole day he has spent. So here what is 7 hours. Okay, let's say 7 hours completed. 7 hours. No, not 7 hours. Let's say 6 hours. 6 hours he has worked on it, and 1 hour for extra gathering the information for other colleagues. That was happened. So 7 hours completed on this work. So he will log his work, how many hours he worked on it in the Jira only through log work. So he will create a log work here. Let's say I have complete. He'll give 7 hits. Means 7 hours he worked on this issue. He will log it. See the time spent it will display here. Log 1 day. 1 day by saying means here in the time tracking we have given as a 7. So per day 7 working hours we have given. That's why once he entered 7, it took as a 1 day. So in the sense what it gives here, it has it thinks the whole day he worked on this issue. So this is how they will submit the timesheets through Jira. So in the Jira there is another feature also. You can submit timesheets in the Jira itself based on your work what you have done. So that is an one extra feature. So in the industry, you will log the work, right? You swipe in and swipe out. It will record the data. Suppose in the Wipro, if you are joined, you will have ID card. You will swipe it, you will swipe out, and it will check for your first swipe in and your last swipe out. It will calculate the duration, how many hours you have spent in the office. So that's how it will create the timesheet for them. And also you have to manually log in your time there. There are so many ways to log in time. But once you entered into the client project, to track your work in the Jira, using Jira, you can track it. There will be some plugins. I will explain those later. So they will install those plugins. So it will create a one timesheet for you. Whatever in which issue you have logged your work, based on the all issue, it will create a one report. So it will give in one timesheet format. This day, this hours, this user has worked. It will give everything. So this is how the time tracking works. And next, issue linking. Mhm. Issue linking in the sense, don't worry about these names. I will tell you what is the issue linking. Um, you're working on this issue. Okay. So let me open another issue. Let's say create login buttons. So it won't make sense, I think. Let's see. Okay. Login button is next to this one. Okay, next to search bar, let's say. So this was dependent on this. Means once it's created search bar, then only we have to create the login button. If that is the case, then this issue is dependent on this one, right? Means this one is blocking for this issue. So create login buttons is blocking for the user by this issue. So once this issue has been completed, then only the user has to start working on this. Suppose the same user working, suppose some same guy, only one guy is working. They have assigned to one guy to create these two tasks to single one guy only. So he is working on this guy and it's blocking for him to create these buttons. It's blocking the search bar. So what he will do is he will link it. Here we will get the option link, and he will link this issue here. Is blocked by, let's say, VD7. Yep. See, this issue, you don't see anything here. Only details, description and activity you are seeing here. Once I link the issue, you will create a new link there. See, it's giving is blocked by this. And once I comes here and give a refresh, here it will also get update. So blocks. Sorry, it was different. I think here it should come. It is blocked by, or it should come blocks. Okay. So by seeing here, you will see, okay, this work is blocked by this work. So this work should complete it first. Then only we have to start working on this issue. So by seeing this, you can get one picture. So what should start first and what should start next. So this we can achieve through issue linking. That here we will create the new issue and how to create and how to give this outward description and inward description. We will see those. And statuses, I have already explained that statuses and resolutions. Resolution in the sense, see this issue. If you see the resolution here, unresolved, I will complete this work now. Suppose let me say I have completed this done. See the resolution is also done. So resolution in the sense, in 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 a single line, it will give the output of the final output of this issue. Means sometimes the issue will be done. Sometimes they will cancel the issue. Sometimes they were unable to solve this issue. So the resolution will change here. If it is cancelled, resolution will give it like currently here written. Whether we can give it like suppose cancelled means how we can give resolution. Let me see what resolutions we have. Yep, won't do cancelled. The resolution will change here to want to do. And suppose if you have created two issues by mistake, those are duplicates, then you can change the resolution to duplicates. So by seeing that, you will come and see here, okay, the issue status is done. So let me try to edit this resolution, then we will see resolution. Okay, resolution is not added here in the screen. Okay, so by seeing the resolution, you will come to know, okay, the work is completed, but what's the real output of that? Okay, whether it's duplicated, if the resolution is duplicated means you will come to know the status. If you created duplicate issue, you will close the status anyway, and the resolution becomes duplicate. Then you will come to know, okay, this is a duplicate issue. That's why they have closed this one. So this is not the original issue. There is no original issue of this. So they will open the another original issue. So that we can define it here. Currently Jira has given these four. If you want, we can add as per your client's requirement. You can add the new ones here. And next we have the notification schemes. Notification schemes means once you see, I have added the description, I have created this issue, I have added this comment, and I have edited the screen. Means here I have removed the summary, here I have removed this part, and I have updated the status. So whatever update you are doing on this issue, so to which it has to send a mail. So to every update, Jira will send a mail. Every update, every single update. So it will alert the users that for this issue, this update has been done. It will give the alerts. So to which we have to alert it, that we can achieve under notification schemes. So let's say suppose if the issue is working, who created this issue, he should get alert, and who is working on this issue, he should also get alert. And if you want to watch the issues, you can watch it. Anyone in this Jira project can watch the issue. So here you can watch, stop watch. Currently I am watching it, that's why it's showing. So if another user opens this issue, here it comes, start watching this issue, so he can click on it. So the watchers will also get the emails. So that we will define here. To whom we send an email, to the watchers, or to who created this issue, or to who is working on this issue, or uh, so in this project there will some administrators, developers roles will be there. So to which role we have to send a mail. So everything we can define in notification schemes and permission schemes. Permission schemes means now I have edited everything, right? I have changed the status, everything. I have edited here. I have commented. So who can do that? Who can add a comment? Who can edit the issue? Okay, and who can change the statuses? Everything, everything we can define here. Permission means we are giving the permissions. Who can do what on this issue? So that we will define under permissions. Next, issue security. Issue security is who can view this issue. Okay, so in a team, who can view it? Suppose in the at the CEO levels or in most high levels, they have created some issues in the same project. Suppose let's say this is the project, this is the okay. In a single project, some higher levels management also created some issues. So they don't want to view this issue to other users, so developers, to everybody. Only the higher level want to see that issue. That we can define under issue security skills. Who can see, who cannot. That we can define here. This is also one type of permission. Okay, so mostly we will see this part and we will cover each and everything. And now I have referred a project right for everything. So in the Jira we will have projects. So we will also explain how to create a new projects here. You'll get a project option and you will get here create a project. In the Jira you can create multiple projects. There is no limit. How many projects you need you can create. So there will be two types of projects, software and business. And mostly everyone will use software only. Under software, what projects they will create, we will see. So this is how the project creation will happen. And yeah, that's it. This is the main window. And this is how you will create the project. So this is the one issue, right? So this we will create the issue always under a project. So this issue was created under this project, Vodafone. Under Vodafone issue project, we have created one issue. Let me show view all projects. There are so many projects in the currently in the Jira. So these are all the projects that I have created. So under every project we will have multiple of issues. You can create hundreds of thousands of issues you can create. So that we will see how to create it. And again, moving back to this part, admin section part. Under applications, we will see mostly we won't explain this part. Version side licenses and application access. So to which users we have to give the access, this Jira access, that we will define it here. And there is some these points we will check this one later. And application links, in the sense this Jira is one product. There will be other external products will also present in the industry. So this is one issue tracking tool, suppose. And you know, maybe you heard about the Bitbucket or GitHub, Jenkins. These are all the DevOps tools. So Jira can also link with those DevOps tools. So because uh, how they can link means if they link the Jenkins or Bitbucket or GitHub to the Jira, now they will get one option here, like dates, like agile. They will get one more option here. So that's the development tools option. So they will see their builds In the Jenkins, we will have a builds. So those build options, you can see it here. And in the Bitbucket or GitHub, you will have a commits and pull requests. Those pull requests and commits can seen here. So Jira has that feature also. So you can link other applications to the Jira. So you can track those DevOps side work also in a single Jira issue. You can track multiple. You can work on it and you can track the DevOps issues at a time. So you have multiple of options in the Jira to track on a single work on different platforms what you are working. So application links, that's the purpose of that, and everything is like that only. For Bamboo is also built to. For Bamboo configuration, you can use this. For Fishy also, for Prefers, everything. DVS means these are the cloud accounts. DVS accounts will give, yep, Bitbucket or GitHub clouds. Connect to the clouds, it will give here. And application navigator we will see. And the projects, we will see what are the projects created in Jira. We will see it here, and how to create a new project. We will give issues I have already explained, and manage apps. Manage apps in the sense, while installing the Jira won't give you the all the features. It only give limited features to you. But if you want to achieve some more features, or if you want to get some more features, you have to install some application, some plugins. Here, Jira will call it as an apps, or it will call it as an add-ons. Okay, they have removed in the new version there. Here we will get the add-ons here. Okay, now the Jira will call it as an app. So we can call it as a plugins like that. So we have to install some extra plugins. There is Atlassian Marketplace site. So if you click here, it will go for Atlassian Marketplace. Okay, let me open that. So this is yep. These are all the plugins. These are the plugin names. So in the Jira, if you want to use some plugins, you have always come to this marketplace and you have to download it from here only, from Atlassian Marketplace only. You have to download it and you have to upload it here. Then you will get some new extra features, because for Jira you have to buy a license. That license info you can find it in here in applications. So everyone will charge. So what he is doing is, in a single, for whole Jira you will buy with some, say, there are so many license types. For there will be some unlimited users. If you want some 100 users, for 100 users you will have one price. So based on the price, it will give limited features only. If you want to extra, you have to pay for more. So that's the rule of the Jira. So in a single small amount, he can't give you all the features. For to achieve more features, you have to buy it. And okay, and user management. Here, how to maintain the users. In the Jira, that we can define it here. You can create a new users, everything. We will see that later. And system. System is nothing but the configuration. While installing the Jira in a server, first of all, you have to configure it. So that we can define it here. What are the configuration has been done, you can show it here, and if you want to change this, you can change everything here. So we will see this part. But mostly in the real time, system and application, these two parts you won't work on, because these two parts will be configured while installing Jira at the first time only. So once it's installed, then you don't have to touch that one. Okay. So while doing the upgrades we won't touch. Only application parts we will touch while doing the Jira upgrade. So you don't bother about that. But Jira admins mostly work on this issue on this part on this section only. Jira admins will work. So we'll cover every each of this part. I think
Actu-
yeah.
Actually, this is a cloud-based, or we need to install on our system. Which type of installation should be?
I didn't get a cloud. Did you say cloud?
Uh, yeah,
Yeah.
Jira,
Oh,
we
yeah.
are accessing like through internet, no browser, no. So it is a cloud, or we
Yes.
need to install for our system.
No. No. Jira, you have three types: server, data center, and cloud. Now, currently, I am showing this the server version.
Okay, that
Okay.
means we
So
need to
yeah,
install with our system.
yeah.
Okay,
Server and data center we can mostly server we can install in our systems.
okay,
But in 2024, Jira is going to stop the server. They are only maintaining the data center and cloud version. But currently, I am
okay,
showing you the server. But in the data center also the same it looks like. Both the concept is same in everywhere. Data center and server are same. The difference is
yes,
like
yes.
server runs on a single process, means single server. Data center means it runs on multiple nodes. If one node is not working, then the Jira workload will be shifted to the other node. So to improve the performance of the Jira, you can use the data center. If you in the server, you can't maintain that much performance. That also depends on the users. Suppose let's say in our
Okay,
for our clients, let's say some 20,000 users are there. The server can't maintain 20,000 users. Can't maintain. So they have to compulsory go for the data center to get some performance issue. Performance in the sense, I think you come to know. If I click on the manager, see, it's loading. So this is the performance. So it's almost taking 10 seconds, right? So in the real time, the user can't wait for, it won't take 10 seconds. Mostly 3 to 5 seconds it will take. The user can't wait, right? So they will escalate the issue, right? Jira is not working properly.
okay,
So that's the mostly difference. And the cloud in the sense, the concept is also same in the cloud. Concept is same, but the cloud, the GUI will differ. I mean, the options what you are seeing, it will differ. Now, if you
okay,
data center server, you'll see these are at the tops, and you see in the cloud you will see at the left side. This bar you will see at the left side, and some GUI will change. That's it. But the whole wherever the Jira it is, the concept is the same. And in this training, we won't cover this what script part. Okay, there will be a scripting also you can include. So in the see, I have showed you one of the apps, right? So here I showed you script runner. If you use this plugin inside Jira, you can write the scripts. So writing the scripts, you can achieve some more features, some more functionality. But in this training, we won't cover the scripting part because to cover scripting part, you need some at least some scripting knowledge, at least Groovy, Python, or anything you need. So that's why we won't cover that part. Other than the scripting, we mostly covers. But scripting is required if you ask. That's not a required because scripting will be done by the developers, mostly developers. But scripting is not required. But nowadays, some of the companies were asking for scripting knowledge also because they want a single person has to do the administrator and developer part. So they want to cut their budget. They don't want to spend their budget on two people, and they want to spend budget on single people only. That's why for the administrators also they are accepting their developing skills. Some of the companies are asking for scripting. That's it. But scripting is not required in the Jira. Yep, I think that's
Actually,
what we cover.
I have a gap. after career like a study. So
Okay.
I put for a experience of 5 of then they ask for a scripting.
That's what I am saying, right? Scripting is not required. Not all the companies were asking, but some of the companies were asking.
Even for 5+ experience also they will not ask for scripting majorly.
Mm, Majorly, yeah, they will ask.
Okay,
But
okay.
if you know the scripting, but if you want to learn the scripting, I will give some reference links. By seeing that reference link, you come to know how to write the script and how to configure it. The scripting will be very simple. Basic knowledge is enough. Basic suppose Groove is very simple. You can learn the Groovy, very basic. If you are interested in scripting, you can learn the Groovy, and I will give you some reference links, and you will see how to work on those with using the REST APIs. To work with the scripting inside the Jira, you need a Jira REST APIs. So I will give those. There will be some simple only, not that difficult. If you are interested, if you are not interested, just learn the Jira. That's it. That's enough. I think for now that's enough.
Do we need
Because
any background knowledge like coding or something for this
sorry,
year?
which background knowledge?
Any coding knowledge do we need for this Jira?
So I'm not getting your. I'm getting some disturbance in the background.
I am asking, do we need any background knowledge like coding knowledge for this Jira admin?
No. Coding is not into. That's what I'm saying. Scripting in the sense coding. Let's say coding is not required in Jira.
Okay, so we don't need any background knowledge. We can directly learn the this one.
Yeah. All the admin in industry, whatever the admins means, this is Jira admin. You will come. You will have a database admin DBS, and we have so many admins. We have Linux admins. All these admins don't need a coding language. Sorry, database and Linux admins they need their coding, but for the Jira admins you don't need a coding language. That's not uh, that's not needed at all. This one is
Okay. So
Jira will be simple only. The starting you will find it difficult. Once you start working on it, that's a very simple tool and very easy tool. But with the good package you can get.
so for the coming session, you will be training it on the server version only, right?
Yeah, server version only.
Okay.
Yep. Any questions you can ask. Okay, no doubts. And you
No,
have so yep.
What is the
Okay,
time
no.
period?
Means this training time period. Yeah,
Yeah, training.
mostly we will cover in 30 days. But you are saying you don't have any knowledge, right? Mostly I have trained for the industry guys only who are working. I have trained for them, so they have some basic idea. As a user, they have used the Jira, but as a admin, so they don't know. So that's very easy for them to complete in 25 days, mostly 20-25 days. Now you are saying you don't have any idea, so it will take 30 to 45 days. If you are understanding easily, then
Okay.
we will exactly complete in 30 days. But for you, one topic has to be discussed like 2 to 3 times, then it will take some more time.
Okay.
So you are working or
So the
you
session
are
will
not
be
working?
like so the session will be like 1 hour or how, how
Yeah,
it will
1 hour.
be.
Daily 1 hour. And then Saturdays, Sundays, if you need one more extra hour, we can continue. On weekends, we can take up to 2 hours.
like how
Okay.
much duration? 1 month or?
I can't say 1 month. I will say like 30 classes, 30 to 45 classes it will take.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Yep. So 30 to per day 1 hour means that's the 1 month. Right? That comes to 1 month to 45 days. And then if we in weekends if we can cover some extra parts, then in 30, 37 days we can 35 days we can complete.
Okay, okay.
And is there any chance to show the how the real time looks like, how the real time issues will come, how
Mm.
real time
Real
looks
time,
like?
yeah, I can show it, but my I'm working currently on a banking project, so I can't show the data to outside. But see here,
Okay.
I'm creating the issues like see, the same in the real time only how it looks like.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so
Why I'm asking, like, by the theory wise and by practicing, we can cover the theoretical questions and all,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
The
understood.
interviews,
Yeah,
we
understood.
can
Yes.
cover them. But
Yeah,
real time situations, when they ask for the scenarios, we can't answer them, right? That's why I'm
yeah,
asking.
yes, yes. Yeah, I understood. Uh,